Right, so before we move into the plugins section, I wanted to give you a very quick introduction as to what we're going to be talking about in this section. We're going to be talking about plugins, and the objective is to get you very familiar with how plugins generally work, how you can change their settings, how you can find them, how you can install them. Now, a couple of quick things to bear in mind. Not every plugin that we will talk about is necessary for your WordPress site to function, okay? We're just working with plugins that add some additional functionality. You also need to bear in mind that depending on your theme that you decide to use for your WordPress site, some of these plugins may not be necessary, which means that your theme may already provide the functionality. For example, we were talking about a plugin that provides slides. Some themes may provide that feature already. So, you know, if your theme that you're working with already has that feature, then there is no reason for you to add the Meta Slider plugin. Some other things to keep in mind as well. We may not walk through every plugin extensively, which means that sometimes I will show you the basic functions of each plugin. Sometimes we may go a little bit deeper. Okay, so you may have to play around with some of the settings and some of these plugins that we shall work with. So that's it for now. I will see you in the next class where we shall talk about the Meta Slider plugin. So I will see you then. Okay, so let's talk about the Meta Slider plugin. Now, just to give you a quick update, I have created several posts, 3 of them: WordPress Rocks, The Dark Knight, and Hi, My Name Is. And as you can see on my homepage, I have all 3 posts showing up with their continue reading tags, with the title, and of course the featured image as well. But if I come down to, just go to the back end. So right now, by default, my homepage is showing the latest posts. But what if I wanted it to show just a static homepage that I can change on my own? I'm going to come down to the dashboard, go down to settings, and then reading. And then here I'm going to change this. As you can see, front page displays is set to your latest posts. I'm going to change this to a front page and let that be the test page 1. And my post page will be, actually, you know what? Let's create another page instead. This is much better. Let's create a new page called the home page. I think that makes a lot more sense. Home. I'm just going to publish that. Let's come down back to settings, reading. Okay, so static page is going to be home now. And then post page. This is the page where when people visit that page, they will see your posts. So I'm going to set that to blog, which is another page that I recently created. So now we have home and then we have blog. I'm just going to come down to my menu, quickly change this. I'm going to add home and blog. Just add that as well. Just put home to the top and drag contact to the bottom. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the home page now. So now as you can see, it's all Jerry, it's empty, there's basically nothing to show. So what we're going to do now is we're going to install a plugin called the Meta Slider plugin. And this will display slides on our home page. Meta Slider, I think that's it. Meta Slider, and okay, so this is it right here. So I'm just going to click on install now. The good thing about this plugin is that it's free. But I believe they also have a premium version that offers a little bit more features, so you may want to take a look at that. So from here, Meta Sliders, you can see, oh yeah, you can see they have the link here, Go Pro. That means you should buy, this is a link to buy the full version. But we're okay with the free version for now, so let's just click on Meta Slider. And I'm going to create a new slide. Oh, I'm sorry. We actually don't need to do that. So I'm just coming back here. New slide. And we're going to add the slide from here. Now, I already had added some images here, so I'm just going to click on this. Add some images. I'm gonna add another slide. I'm gonna add the one for James Bond. Spectre. I'm really looking forward to this movie. Should be good. And okay, let's add Batman's one there as well. Oh, and from here you can see we have you can set the width, you can set the height of your images if you want to. You can add some captions, let's say Batman, the Batmobile. And you can add a link here if you want to. You can crop your images, you can crop it from center, top left, top right. Really all depend on how you want to do it. But center is the default. Okay, I'm gonna put James Bond. And this caption is gonna be I am Batman. Okay. Okay, so look over here, you have this that says copy and paste the shortcode directly into any WordPress post or page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply copy this. I'm going to right click on that, click copy. I'm going to save this. It's saved, so I'm going to come down to pages. Let's go back to our home page. Home page, edit this. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to paste this right here. I'm going to click on update. Come back to the home page, refresh. And as you can see, we have our slides right now. And that's it, James Bond. And I am Batman. Okay, so that's it. So you can, again, coming back to the slides, you can crop them any way you want to crop them. So from here right now, you can see the James Bond image is kind of cropped. We can't see his face. So if I come down here, click on crop, instead of center, I can put it to be top center instead. Let me also make this top center so we can see Batman's full cape. Top center, and just save that. And if I let me even increase the width as well to maybe 800 pixels. Dum. Okay, 800. Let's make this 400. Click on save. Let's come back here and refresh. And okay, now this is looking better. It's much wider now. And let's see, now we have his full face, as you can see, Spectre. And now we have, oh, well, this image isn't properly cropped. But anyway, that's just about how you can display slides on your home page. And you can also add this on other pages or posts as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be on your home page. But the objective of this plugin is to help you create slides in case you get a theme that doesn't have slides by default. Many themes, especially if you're buying a theme that is, if you're buying a premium theme, most likely they will have slides already for you. But in case you're going for a free theme that doesn't have slides by default, you can use the MetaSlider plugin to display slides, and that's pretty much it. You can add any kind of slides that you want to. Let me just come down here and quickly make this 900 and let's see. The only thing I don't like about the MetaSlider plugin is that you can by default tell it to occupy the full width of the content it's in. So as you can see, it's not even extending to the edges. So that's about the only downside of the free MetaSlider plugin. But I'm guessing the premium version might have that feature where you can actually tell the slide to occupy the full width of your browser window. So that's it for the MetaSlider plugin. I hope you enjoyed learning about this very useful plugin. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me as always. And until next class, take care. Alright, so let's continue our series on plugins by talking about another plugin called the Simple Lightbox plugin. Now let's take a look at what happens whenever I click on images that have links inside my WordPress posts. I'm just come down to WordPress Rocks. Okay, I have an image right here, and when people click on this, this is what happens. The image pops out and covers the whole screen. Now, you may like this, but I personally prefer another style. I like my images when clicked to open as a lightbox. In case you don't understand what a lightbox is, take a look at this website right here. It's a Reaction. This is a gaming website. Take a look at when people click on this image, for example. I've just clicked on it, and as you can see, it pops out. Really, really, really nice. I like things like this. I like it when people click on images and it pops out like this. Captain Jack Sparrow. Let's see. You click on that, and it pops out really nice. So instead of occupying the whole screen, it simply pops out as a lightbox image, and that's exactly what we want to implement on our website. So in order to do that, I'm going to come back to plugins, and of course I'm going to add new, and it's going to be the simple lightbox plugin. Simple lightbox. I think that should do it. Enter, and it's by Archetyped. That is the plugin by Archetyped. I'm going to install now. Activate, and you will usually find the settings for this plugin under Appearance Lightbox right here. That's where you'll find the settings. So by default, all images within posts and pages and homepage everywhere will become a lightbox when clicked. So you can choose to remove or specify whether you want it to only display on pages or only on posts, for example. But by default, everything should be fine. So I'm just going to come down to this, refresh this page. I'm going to click on this right now. And as you can see, it pops out really beautifully, and the caption is also highlighted. It makes your website look a lot more professional, a lot cleaner. So I typically prefer this whenever people click on my images on my websites. I prefer the images to pop out like a lightbox. So again, it's the personal preference. If you prefer the old way, which I showed you earlier, then by all means you don't need to use this plugin. But if you like this new view, then I suggest you go for the simple lightbox plugin that will solve your issues. So this was a very short course, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Let's talk about the Display Widgets plugin. Now let's take a look at our website right here. As you can see on our sidebar, we have our menu, and then we have our search bar, we have recent posts, categories, and then some meta information. The problem is every single time I change my page, I keep seeing the same thing over and over again. Even if we go to the home page, it's the same content that keeps on appearing on the sidebar, right? Come down to about, and it's the same thing over and over again. So what if we wanted to show different items on our sidebar for different pages? What if on our home page we wanted to hide categories and instead show just recent posts in the search bar? What if on our contact page, for example, we only wanted to show the categories and not show recent posts or the meta information? How do we do that? We're going to install a plugin called Display Widgets. Okay, I'm going to come down to plugins, add new, Display Widgets. Okay, and it's the first one here by Strategy 11. As you can see, over 200,000 active installs already, so it's a pretty good plugin, 5 stars in fact. I'm gonna install this, gonna activate the plugin as always. Now I'm gonna come down to appearance and then widgets. Now we have a widget area. Now for search, once I open this, I now have new settings here that says you can show this widget for everyone, or you can specifically show it for logged out users or logged in users only. This is a fantastic plugin that you can customize your widget information with. It's simply fantastic. Now you can either choose to hide unchecked pages or show unchecked pages. So let's say for the search, we only wanted to show it on the home page. I'm gonna click on show unchecked pages. From here, front page will be our home page, and let's say front page and the about page. Okay, front page is also the same thing as home as well, so we can as well just tick that. Save. Now let's say recent posts. Let's show this on every page except the about page. Okay, so it's gonna show on every page except the about page. I'm gonna save that. Now categories should only show on the home page. Let's do that, or rather on the about page. Let's see, on the about page only. Save that. Wild meta will show on every single page. So let's see whether this works. Now on the about page, let's refresh this. And now as you can see, recent posts is not showing on the about page, but if I go to any other page, superheroes for example, recent posts shows up, as you can see, but categories doesn't show up either because we set categories to only show on the about page, right? If I come down to about, voila, categories appears. If I go down to home, categories does not appear because we set categories to only appear on the about page. So this is a very fantastic plugin to work with if you're interested in customizing what information on your sidebar should show on what pages. So that's display widgets for you. I hope you've enjoyed learning about this very wonderful plugin. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and I will see you in the next class. Okay, let's talk about how we can add social media icons to our website that would allow people to share our articles online. Here is Mashable.com, a very popular website. As you can see, they have links here to Facebook and Twitter with which people can share articles on. So how do we do that on our own website as well? I'm going to come back down to plugins. I'm going to click on add new, as always. And I'm going to type, it's going to be social share button. Here it is right here. Click on enter. Done. Okay, and it's by Project W. And I'm going to install that. And then I'm going to activate the plugin. We always have to activate the plugin. Okay, as you can see, we have a new tab here where we can change the settings for the social media share button. Now you can choose to display any one of these buttons. I'm just going to go with Facebook and Twitter for now. I'm going to click on save changes. And of course this has to be yes. Choose yes to display share buttons, obviously. Now the style, you can choose any varieties that you have right here. I'm just going to go, let's see, with this one. Yeah, this one seems fine enough. Margins, this will give you spacing between the buttons. I'm just going to go with 2 pixels from now. So social share position, you can put it on the top or the bottom. I'm just going to go with the bottom. I'm going to leave this at no. Let's see, and content as well. Here we can choose to display it on the home page if we want to. No. Archives, no. Display on excerpt, no. Now, where do we want to display this social share buttons? Obviously on our posts. So I'm just going to click that. Click on save changes. And now here, social sites, you can actually create your own custom social media platform. So just in case a new social media platform comes out and and it's not one of these ones here, you can simply add the name, add the URL for the website, and then add icons, and simply click on the add new button and then save changes. You can now add the new social media platform. So I think we're fine for now. I'm just gonna come back down here, go back to my post, refresh, and just scroll down, and voila, we have our social media icons right here, Facebook and Twitter. So play around with the plugin, and you can, of course, experiment with it. Add a few more icons, such as the ones for Reddit or Google+. And that's all for this particular class. In the next class, I'm going to show you how you can now add your own social media links on your own website. So say, for example, people want to follow you on Facebook or on Twitter. How do we do that? That's what we shall discuss in the next class, and I will see you then. Okay, so continuing from our last class, today we're going to talk about how we can add social media links to our website so that our visitors or our fans can follow us on, say, Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or whatever social media platform we work with. So in order to do that, I'm going to install a plugin as always, and it's called the Social Icons Widget plugin. Social Icons Widget. I'm gonna search that. Now I want you to be careful, okay, because there is a Social Icons Widget plugin here, but this was updated 4 years ago. Okay, this is not the one we're looking for. The one we're looking for is by Dan Nesbitt, and even though it was updated 8 months ago, it still works with the latest editions of WordPress. I've tested it, so you can go ahead and install it. It should be fine. I'm going to install this, and then of course activate. Now the thing about this plugin is that it offers you the opportunity to add your links to your widget areas. Okay, so I'm going to come down to Appearance, Widgets, and now we have Social Icons Widget area right here. So from here I can drag this down right here below Search. And now I can type my title, let's say, follow us on social media. And icons type, you can choose the size, medium should be fine, you can show the labels or hide the title, it's up to you. So I'm just going to add some bogus links here for Facebook, one for YouTube, one for Twitter as well, and LinkedIn. And I'm gonna save that. Gonna come back to my website, and that's it. You can see we have our icons for Facebook, for LinkedIn, for Twitter, and for YouTube, just like that. It's pretty easy, very lightweight, not too many settings you need to worry about, and that's why I like this plugin. So of course, feel free to play with other plugins that do more or less the same thing if you want to. But for now, this should work for just about any website. It's very clean, simple. And well, that's it for adding social media icons to your website. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Okay, now let's talk about a plugin that will add some beauty and design to our website. Right here on my menu items, I want to add some images just beside the text on the menu items. That will give it some more design to make the website look a little bit better than it is right now. So in order to do that, as always, I'm going to add a new plugin, and this plugin is the Menu Image plugin. Menu Image. Okay, and it's by Alex Daviskiba, aka Zviriatko, you know. And it was last updated 4 weeks ago, so this is a very reliable plugin, and it's well maintained. So I'm just going to install that. Activate the plugin. And now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to Appearance and then Menus. Okay. Now from here, once you expand each menu item, you now have a place where you can set your image, and then you can change the size and do some other things as well. So I'm just going to set this image, my home image, to this. Bear in mind, I already downloaded all these icons, which are free, by the way. You can check the bonus section. There are many links where I stated where you can download over 100,000 free icons and graphics for your website to use. So be sure to check that out. So this is gonna be for home. After, this position will be after, that's fine. Superheroes. Let's set this image to this one, to this guy. I believe this guy is from Assassin's Creed, if I'm not mistaken. For those of, if you're into gaming, you should know who that is. About will be this guy, so like that. Close this. Blog. Okay, this, select. And contact. Set my image to this guy right here, select. And I'm gonna save the menu. And I'm gonna come down here, I'm gonna refresh. And as you can see, isn't that, this looks a lot better now, right? It looks a little more attractive and a lot more decent than it was previously. So this is just a very simple plugin to allow you to add images to your menu items. If you fancy it, go for it. If you don't, you can stick with a more traditional text-only display for your menu items. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next class. Okay, do you remember when we spoke about child themes and how I told you that child themes were themes that allowed you to make changes to your parent theme without losing those changes or customizations whenever you made updates to your parent theme? Now I'm going to show you how you can create a child theme using a very, very fantastic plugin. This plugin is called the One-Click Child Theme plugin. So I am going to add it to our website. I'm gonna come down here, One-Click Child Theme. Gonna search this, and it's by TYK or TYK or TYK, whatever. I'm gonna install now and activate the plugin. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to appearance. Okay, from appearance I'm going to come down to child theme. You see the new tab, child theme. I'm going to click on that. Now here I'm going to give it the name, and I prefer to give it Cool Online Income. You can give it any name, but typically it's good practice to give your theme name the name of your website. Okay, so if you have jamesbond.com, you can give your theme name James Bond. You know, it's typically good practice, excuse me. So description, you can add a description here if you want to, or you can choose just to leave it blank. Author, you can put any name there as well. I'm just going to leave my name there, and I'm going to click on create child, and that's it. We're done. We're absolutely done. That's it. So right now, as you can see, the active theme right now is Cool Online Income. If I click on theme details, it says here this is a child theme of 2015. And it's active. Okay, so if I come down to editor, okay, editor, click on that, you can now see I have my style.css and also have my theme functions.php files. So if you're familiar with CSS, you can now come down here and start adding your changes. You can change the color of your text, change the font size, add new font styles, or change the design of your website. Everything you do right here will be safe, even if you make updates to the 2015 theme. Okay, so that's pretty much how to create a child theme using this fantastic plugin. I hope you found this class easy. If you have any questions, of course, always feel free to contact me. If not, I'll see you in the next class.